What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. Welcome to the channel where we talk a lot about politics as well as the entertainment industry, because you and I both know that the entertainment industry is dribbling with a lot of politics. Woke politics, I might add, and Disney is so full of it. As 3 years ago, Disney announced the casting of Halle Bailey for the live and upcoming reimagining of the Little Mermaid. So they casted a black girl as the Little Mermaid. Now, for those of you who knew the 1989 version of the Little Mermaid, that was a cartoon that we all loved. We all loved this, seeing it growing while we were growing up. It was a white redhead mermaid. But Disney is reimagining it and casting it as a black female character in the show, because that's what Disney does these days. Wipe away the white characters and replace them with either black or Latino characters, all in the name of diversity. And so they got a lot of backlash, and a lot of people started floating around this hashtag with this photo of not my Ariel. And this photo actually showed all of Disney's previous characters, you know, from the Belle from Beauty and the Beast all the way to Mulan. Every character actually represented by the actual race that they were in real life, except for that of Ariel. And so a lot of people didn't like it, and this whole hashtag not my Ariel was floating around, but they never quite got a backlash as much as they had gotten today. Of course, as soon as this started floating around, they'd already had their defense prepared towards anybody that did not like the idea that they were race swapping. And so you get arguments like this. This is as far back as 2019. So this argument coming from Jen Reappropriate said, Ariel has a fishtail, no gills, no web fingers, no protection for her eyes from saltwater, talking fish and crab friends, and learned the words dingle hopper from a seagull, all before an octopus lady gave her legs. But yeah, the hard to believe part is if she is black. Now, does this sound familiar to you? Isn't this the exact same thing that Sonny Hostin and so-called fantasy expert Whoopi Goldberg said on the show in my last video or 2 videos ago that I actually presented to you guys, when they were talking about the Lord of the Rings of Power criticisms and critics, that this was their problem, that they could believe in dragon, but they could not believe in rich black men, you know, inside of the show, what do you call it, House of Dragon. Two Sons said the exact same thing about it, and so did Lenny Henry, that featured as a half-foot in the Amazon's Rings of Power. But that's not the reason why people are against this. This goes beyond them complaining about race, because when you change one thing, you're going to change a whole lot of things about something, a storyline, characters that people loved, and the reason why people love them in the first instance, and you're going to toss that aside just to push identity politics and woke feminist agenda. As the latest release has received a backlash like never before, to the tune of 1.2 million dislikes to 377 likes. It is amazing how people totally dislike this, and people understand that the comments would be turned off on this particular trailer. Trailer is good. I gotta be honest with you guys. Trailer is good. Halle Bailey is a talented figure, but of course, people do not like the idea that Disney is trying to change a whole lot of things about their beloved character and their beloved show. And so people are leaving their, you know, comments regarding this, but they know that if they leave negative comments, of course the comments will be turned off. So they started putting in sarcastic comments such as this. The part where Ariel busts down a door and then bravely screams, "Say hello to my little friend." Really sent me chills down my spine. It's so inspiring that she wants to show off her friend's Sebastian to the world so badly. And I'm gonna get to Sebastian in a little bit. The part when Ariel shouts to Ursula, "I'm not locked in here with you, you're locked in here with me," as the guards take her away, was amazing. Truly a landmark of cinema. One other person said, "Love the part where Ursula says, 'I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger.'" Truly a masterpiece. So a lot of people are leaving all of these comments, all of these weird sarcastic comments, you know, catchphrases from other movies just to show their dismay towards the fact that Ariel was going to be changed. And it's not just because they were race swapping it. Of course, Ariel, according to the story, and it's expected of what Disney was going to do with Ariel, is that they've confirmed that Little Mermaid and Snow White remakes are not going to be all about a boy. Stars confirmed. So, of course, the Little Mermaid Ariel is going to be a mermaid. It's going to be an independent mermaid that don't need no man.
This is why you have single Black women having children, having child after child, but no one wants to say anything as she screams, "I don't need a man," while she teaches your daughters these same values.
Of course, this is the messaging that they've been pushing, the woke feminist, modern day feminist, or intersectional Marxist feminist messaging that they are pushing. And what pisses me off about this sort of messaging is that Ariel or the Little Mermaid, this show, I think it has a rating of 5-year-old or PG-5 or whatever. It's for kids. It's originally for kids. Of course, adults can enjoy it too, but originally it's made for kids. And you want to start pushing woke propaganda towards little children. And there's something dastardly diabolical about them doing that. And that's where I have a problem with this particular idea of pushing identity politics and woke feminism at little children. There's something diabolical about it. And what pains me the most is that Disney talks a lot about diversity. Meanwhile, the show was already diverse. The key major star that attention has been taken away from in this show, left to me, happens to be Sebastian. Happens to be Sebastian the Crab, played by Samuel E. Wright, the late, great Samuel E. Wright. I mean, every single thing we remember about this show, what makes this show was because of Sebastian the Crab. Think about the catchphrases. You got to bat your eyes like this, and you got to put out your lips like this. I mean, everybody remembers Sebastian. You know, the songs, the music, under the sea, under the sea, under the sea. Wabidi boaty, look how they floating, take it from me. You know, everybody remembers Sebastian the Crab. Tell me one part of the show that Sebastian wasn't in it that you actually remember was interesting. Very little, because for half of the show, Ariel didn't even speak. She lost her voice, remember? So they've taken it away from this black man who was the key star. They've taken attention away from this guy because he had a lot of message, a lot of good messaging. Children will be children. You got to leave them to lead their own lives, you know. Or sometimes when he said things like, you know, you got to keep these children in check because if you give them an inch, they will float all over you. You can't forget those things. Like, I grew up watching this thing a million times, and they have used identity politics to kill it for me and kill it for a whole lot of people. So this goes beyond them trying to push this whole idea that people are racist, because if that's the case, then that means there must be a 1.2 million people and counting racist people out there that are just ratioing this thing. And if we go to another show that Disney just announced not too long ago. Let me just quickly find this out. Black Panther, for instance. Black Panther 2 trailer. Let's see if that one is ratioed, because obviously if that's the issue, then that means it should be ratioed too. If the world is full of racists that wants to just ratio shows, well, Black Panther 2 should also be ratioed equally as much. So let's just check it out. Black Panther 2 official trailer. Okay, 38 million views. This one would be good. So Black Panther 2 official trailer. What do we have here? We have 1.4 million likes as against 140,000 dislikes. You tell me, where are those races? Why aren't they ratioing Black Panther 2? Why are they ratioing Black Panther 2? Or where are those anti-feminist people? Why aren't they ratioing it? Because people have the idea that the new Black Panther is going to be Shuri, a female Black Panther. Yet, a whole lot of people are loving this Black Panther, regardless of the fact that it might be Shuri. They don't care about the character because it is original. It is not some knockoff that is originally a white character beloved by all, whether white, black, Hispanic, Asian. People loved it. They didn't need this identity politics. You didn't need this wokeness. You didn't need this feminist agenda. People just want escapism. They don't want to see the world as it is. They want to escape from the world that as it is because we see enough of it. And I don't want to see myself in some certain movie unless I'm the one playing a part in that movie. I want to see a good movie with escapism. And this is the reason why I personally don't go for race swapping, because I know it is just to push identity politics. And before I go, I want to quickly leave you with the words of Tolkien. Tolkien said that evil does not create anything new. What it does is it corrupts what good people have already invented or made. Bear that in mind next time. Don't let Disney guilt you into liking something that you don't like. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But these are my thoughts. Let me know what you think about this whole thing in that comment section below. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, ding that bell for notification. And remember to look after yourself out there. And anyways, you guys, I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Take care, peace, and Saya's out of here. Bye-bye now.